Hi, today we're going to look at rationalization of radical. Okay, so in general, we cannot leave a radical or set in a denominator of a fraction. In MEV, it's not okay for you to leave your answer like this. You have to rationalize it. So for us to rationalize it, if it is only one term, then we are multiplying by the denominator. We take the denominator and we multiply the numerator and denominator by the original denominator. By in turn, the number divided by itself is 1. So we are not causing anything. Let's go ahead and do this. Do the same thing down here. So this is just 1. You know that this number is multiplying the 1 over here. So it's going to be 7 root 3. And here it's going to be 3 times 3, which is 9. So the square root of 9, which become a perfect squared. So here we have 7 root 3 over 3. Here we are considering only x greater than 0. We are considering the non-negatives when it comes to this rationalization. Okay, so we have been asked to rationalize square root 1 over 5. So here we will split it. We got square root of 1 and then square root of 5. Here the denominator is square root of 5. So we will multiply the numerator by square root of 5 and we do the same thing here, which in turn is 1. We haven't caused any changes. Now we multiply, so they are of the same kind. We can multiply 1 times 5 give us 5, and 5 times 5 give us 25. Got square root of 5, and square root of 25 is a perfect square. We are looking at only the positives, so we get 5. And now we have able to remove the square root of 5 from the bottom, and this is the final result. Okay, we have been asked to rationalize this expression here. When the term is more than 1, then something comes in. That's what we call the conjugate. So now we need to know the conjugate or the conjugate pair. What is joining them is minus, so the opposite or the conjugate is going to be plus square root of 5 minus 2 as a conjugate of square root of 5 plus 2. It's like a pair of shoes. The way it cut off is always opposite. So that's how it's supposed to be. And so here let's multiply by the conjugate, the denominator conjugate. So here become 5 plus 2. And we repeat the same thing down here. Okay. And then now it becomes 10 times this here. Square root of 5 plus 2, close. And down here we got it's 2 times, so let me cover it with a parenthesis right here. So this multiplying times this, we are going to get square root of 50, and the same time this times this become plus 2 root 10, all divided by. So here we see that the only difference is the minus and the plus. So in MEV we have a difference of 2 squares anytime we have a minus b times a plus b is the same as a minus b all squared. We're going to use that to help us to a little bit speed up. So that means here we are taking only the negative and we are squaring all of it. Now this square root of 50, we have to break it down in the perfect square. I've discussed the perfect square in when we were adding the radicals. So look at that video. So the perfect square that can go here easily. And divide this by 4, 9, 16, and then 25. You know that 25 will speed it up. So we will break this down to 25. So if we do that, is where we'll get square root of 25 times 2. Or 25 times 2 give us the same. Plus here the first perfect square, which is 1 goes everywhere. We don't need that. The 4 cannot go here, so this one cannot be breaking any further, so we maintain it. We got 2 root 10, and here kind of we are squaring this one, and when you square it, you cancel that away, leaving us with a 5, and then square this number here. So operation and then square that number. And then now we know square root of 25 is 5 root 2, and then plus 2 root 10. And here 5 minus 4 give us 1. That doesn't give us that. We can ignore the 1 if you want. So we have these two rationalize. So first of all, we have to look for the conjugate because it's are two terms, and conjugate this will be minus. So we'll multiply here by 5 minus root of 3, all divided by the same 5 minus root of 3. If that's the case, we got 2 times 5 minus root of 3, all divided by 5. Let's multiply that will give us 10. And let's multiply the number here, which is 1 with minus 2 root 3. And here is a difference of 2 squares. So we will take this one and we square. So 5 minus 3 minus square root of 3 all squared. Repeat 10 minus 2 root 3 divided by 5 squared is 25. Then we square that and that remove 3. So here we got 22. So we got 10 minus 2 root 3 all divided by 22. We can simplify here. 2 can go everywhere. 2 go here 11. 2 go here 5 minus root 3, and that is a final. Okay, so we have this expression to rationalize. So the denominator is 2 terms, so we need a conjugate. So the conjugate of this is just going to be plus. So the conjugate has 3 plus root of 6x here. So we are multiplying numerator at 3 plus root of 6x all over the same thing, root of 6x. When we do that, this is 2 terms, so you cover it with that. Okay. Here 5 times 3 give us 15. Then you bring your plus. There's 1 here, so 5 times 1 give us 5. And then you bring your root 6x. Down here, you take this, we are using a difference of 2 squares, and we take the negative and we square it. So when we square 3, we get 9. You bring your minus and you square this one, you remove this away. Now here you look for the common divisor. So here we realize that none of the numbers can go here. 3 can go here, 3 can go here, 3 can go here, but 3 cannot go over here. It's not 5 is not divisible by 3, so this gives us the answer. Okay, we have been given this expression to rationalize. Now, first of all, we have to look for the conjugate. So the conjugate of this, only this one that we have to change. The operation between the two terms that we have to change. Conjugate here is going to be minus. It doesn't affect anything here. Okay, so we multiply numerator and the denominator with the conjugate. So when we do that, we got multiplying. So can cover it with this. Yes, do that. So here 1 times, again 1 times that, all divided by, we are taking the negative, we are squaring it because of the difference of 2 squares. So when we do that, we're going to get the same thing up there. 1 times any number is going to be the same up over there. Here we square this, this goes away, leaving us with that. We square this, this goes away, minus. Here, since we have 2 terms here as a radical, we have to be careful. We cover it with the parentheses. So here we repeat the numerator because nothing has changed over there. Here we get x minus, this is distributing, so minus x, and then this distribute here, and it's plus 1. So this or this and this goes away, they turn into 0, leaving us with this divided by 1, and divided by 1 is the same as the answer. So the answer becomes minus square root of x minus 1 as an answer. Okay, we have this expression to rationalize. As for we multiply by its conjugate. So the conjugate is just going to be plus. It's going to be plus. So we multiply here by square root of x plus root of x minus 2. Repeat the same as a denominator. Then in multiply, this is 2 terms, so you can combine it with the parentheses or bracket. So if that's the case, we got that. We want to maintain this 4 here to see what is going to happen down here before maybe we distribute. Here we take this one and we take a square on that. We can do it up here because of space. So when we square this, we get x. So this goes away. We write our operation sign, which is minus. And because it's 2 terms here, we can cover it with the parentheses to see the effect. This, we square that, this goes away. We get minus 2. So we repeat the numerator again. And here we do that, become minus. And minus is become x. And minus now become plus 2. This and this are of the same, so they cancel each other, leaving only these 2 here. But 4 divided by 2 is 2. So final answer to be 2 root x plus root of x minus 2 as a final answer. The radical or the set is just only one term, so we are not worried about the conjugate. We multiply here by square root of 2 and we do the same thing here. So now we are going to multiply. So this times this, just giving us 6. And this is a number, this is a number. So of the same radical, we can multiply, we get 16. And here, the same thing, 16. 4 times 4 give us square root of 4. So square root of 16 is 4. We get 6 times 4 minus 5 times 4. And square root of 4 is 2. Here give us 24 minus 20 all over 2. And we get 4 over 2. And that gives us 2 as a final answer. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, and see you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye bye.